A last-minute decision for a quick trip to one of my favourite spots before the Christmas rush. Let's go. I've arrived at my chosen fishing spot, which is the junction of the splash, which is over there. You can see water coming out through the culvert, and it's the junction with Katarapko Creek. They've done a lot of work in this area recently to improve environmental flows, and the creek is actually running quite fast compared to what it normally is at this time of year. I've chosen this spot because there's a nice eddy here, backwater, and before they did all this stonework, this used to be a go-to carp spot, and also quite good for scallop or yellow belly, particularly in the evening if you've got shrimps for bait. So I'm hopeful that I'll do well here. Unfortunately, somebody was here before me, and you can see all the crap they've left behind here, so I'm going to have a bit of cleaning up to do before I go. It never ceases to amaze me that people come to a national park and do this. And Rowan, I'm nominating myself for the Nobel Prize. Okay, so this one has got worms, simple paternoster, not Jan Juck worms. This is South Australia, and this is going out on the edge of the eddy. And this one has got unweighted bread, and I'm going to throw that down to the left here and let it go along the rock facing. So, ready to go. Let's see what happens. There's a bite within 30 seconds on the worms. Not terribly enthusiastic, but you never know.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, well I think this is where you put in the text, he didn't come back. Just had a really hard knock on the worms. Didn't feel like a carp. And again, got him. What do we got? A South Australian yellow belly, or a scallop to you Mexicans. He's looking alright, we'll let him go. And he got me. Very sharp gill covers. Well, you know what they say, it's only a flesh wound. Right, some more worms. See, they're just as good as those Jan Juck things. Let's get that out, see if we can get another one. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but just out there, there's a area of completely slack water with scum on the top, and I think that's probably going to be a good place to put the bait. Going up the tree. This goanna swam across the creek from the far bank. It gave me quite a fright. At first I thought it was a massive tiger snake. Well, it's windy, the fishing is slow. I've only caught that one callop and about 4 or 5 small carp. I can't say I even bothered filming some of them, they were that small. Let's hope it improves. Sometimes you just have to wonder what you've done wrong. I did all my chores, put out the bins, took the wife out to dinner, got my leave pass, and here I am just sitting watching a rod tip that's not moving. Well, the fishing's so slow I think it's time for a joke. The monastery's in financial trouble, so it goes into the fish and chip business. One day a customer knocks on the door. A monk answers. The customer says, "Are you the fish fryer?" "No," he replies, "I'm the chip monk." Well, you know you're having a bad day when the most exciting thing that happens is seeing a boat. Well, another exciting thing just happened. I got a fish. If you can call that a fish. Bit of a nibble here. Got him. Best stick I've caught all day. Right, tea's done. I've managed to catch a few shrimps, not many, so I will have a evening session and hopefully be able to get a callop or two, although I have to say the fishing all day has been pretty damn slow. I think the water with these environmental flows has been up and now it's dropping. I'm not always sure that a dropping river is the best for fishing. I'd rather the other way round, the water coming up, but anyway, we'll see how we go. Right, well, if I was a callop I'd eat it. It's a beautiful evening. It was about 30 degrees today. The only thing that's spoiling it really is the wind. .30 again tomorrow, so I'll have a couple of hours in the morning before I head home. And yeah, it hasn't been as good as the last couple of trips I've done up here. We caught so many carp, but in a way I'm not sorry. Hopefully we might get a couple of natives tonight. Right, I've got something on the shrimp. It doesn't feel like a carp. And it isn't. It's a little callop. That's my only other shrimp. I only managed to catch a couple, so let's see if we can get another one. The last lot of worms just got picked off by tiny fish, so rebait, back out. Well, got something on the worms. It'll be small. Tiny little silver perch. What a lovely little fish. The other shrimp just went off. Another badly named yellow belly. Be nice if you're about 4 times bigger, but I'm not complaining. Unfortunately, that's the end of the shrimps, so unless you like worms, alright, that way. Silver perch. Well, I'm out of shrimps. The only thing that's taking the worms is very small silver perch and probably small scallop. I haven't caught a carp this evening at all, so the mozzies are getting pretty friendly. I'm pretty well about to call it a night, and as they say, tomorrow is another day. Well, good morning. Here we are back down at the river. It's blowing its proverbials off. I managed to catch a whole 2 shrimps last night, so I've decided that I will have a quick session here this morning, see if I can collect another scallop, and then I'm going to move on and try somewhere else, because it was a little underwhelming yesterday. It's 30 kilometres of riverbank, and they've got to come and fish on top of me. Unbelievable. You'll be pleased to know, Rowan, not bells. Too much like Santa's sleigh around here, so I think I'm going to head off somewhere else. 4 people, 8 rods, and enough bells to deck out St. Paul's Cathedral. It was time to try somewhere quiet. Straight into a snag. You wouldn't read about it. That was the only fish for the morning. Time to head home and prepare for the joys of Christmas.